Okay, wow. I didn't think we'd be getting a Mario Galaxy movie this early in the Mario movie franchise, but I'm all for it. Considering this sequel is going to be more focused on one specific game in the Mario lineup, I think we can predict the plot of this movie only using this one 50-second trailer. In this video, I'm going to lay out what I think will be the plot of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Let's freaking go. Let's start with the returning cast of characters. We got most of the characters returning from the first movie with the exception of DK. But this does kind of make sense considering the DK crew have absolutely nothing to do with the Mario Galaxy games. Now the question becomes, which new characters can we expect to see in Mario's journey through space? Well, the obvious one is Rosalina. It wouldn't be Mario Galaxy without the character 12-year-olds around the world simp for. Another fairly obvious one is Yoshi. He technically was in the first Mario movie, but only as a background character. He was also teased in the post-credit sequence for the movie too, so it's highly likely we'll see him and Mario team up on the big screen. But there's one more character notorious for being a big pain in Mario's side on several occasions throughout the Galaxy games: Bowser Jr. It wouldn't be a Mario Galaxy movie without Bowser's spoiled son attacking Mario with his crazy concoctions, but there is one problem. Bowser Jr. was noticeably absent from the first Mario movie, so finding a way for him to appear in this movie might be a bit challenging, but I think I figured out a way for him to make it to the big screen. Bowser Jr.'s origins are very unknown. He kinda just shows up in Sunshine and says, "Yeah, I'm the guy's son you've been fighting for years, but I'm only showing up now because why not?" What we do know about Bowser's mysterious child is that Bowser is in fact his biological father, and his mother is Shigeru Miyamoto. Wait, that doesn't add up. Jokes aside, Bowser Jr.'s mother is unknown in the Mario games, so considering Bowser is his only parental figure, but he is nowhere to be seen in the first movie, writing him into this one might be a bit challenging, but it's certainly possible. One option is to simply not explain it at all. Do the same thing they did in Sunshine, just introduce him and refuse to elaborate. But let's be real, that's just really lazy. Instead, Bowser could discover he has a son through some other means. Maybe he has an ex we never knew about who never told him they had a child together, and Junior finds his way to his long-lost father after all this time. Anyway, I think that'll pretty much do it for new characters. Now, here's how I think the plot of this movie is going to go down. I think there's going to be a small time jump following the first movie. Bowser will be trapped in his tiny jail cell, but not against his will. While Peach's guards go about their business thinking Bowser's safely contained under the effects of a mini-mushroom, he's been secretly scheming up a plan to not only escape, but get his revenge on the Mushroom Kingdom. While Bowser plays his glorious piano, his minions have been hard at work, creating battle plans to take over the galaxy. When the plans are complete, Kamek discreetly frees Bowser from his prison, and the plan is set into motion. Shortly after being freed, Kamek informs Bowser that his long-lost son, Bowser Jr., has come to meet him. Bowser is thrilled to not only bond with his son, but give him everything he could ever want: the galaxy and a family. Bowser tells Jr. that Peach is his mom. It seems like an innocent white lie at first, but the guilt will start to grow as the film progresses. Since this will be Bowser Jr.'s first appearance in the movies, I think the writers could incorporate elements from Mario Sunshine into the story to get the most out of the father-son dynamic we're likely going to see. I could also see a funny subplot of Kamek feeling jealous towards Bowser's new second-in-command. I think it'd just be funny. Anyway, Kamek tells Bowser that the best time to strike will be on the night of the Star Festival because the Mushroom Kingdom's residents will be distracted with the comets flying through the sky. There could also be a little exposition dump about what the Star Festival actually is here. Changing the focus to our protagonists, Mario and Luigi receive a letter from Peach inviting them to hang out at the Star Festival. Upon arriving, they learn that Toad has been promoted to Captain Toad. Or something, I don't know, but he needs an excuse to be Captain Toad because it fits with Galaxy. Everyone's having a good time until Bowser shows up in his floating castle thing, lifts Peach's castle into outer space, and Kamek sends Mario into oblivion. I was thinking there could be another subplot where Luigi somehow escapes being lifted into space and has to figure out a way to get there and help out his friends. I think this would be good because it would give Luigi a chance to not just be the sidekick throughout the movie, and really let him shine as a more capable character while also maybe having some comedic moments thrown in there. This would also tie into a plot point from Galaxy 2 where Luigi mentions he had to find a way to catch up to Mario in space. With Mario being sent into Gateway Galaxy, we'll be introduced to Rosalina and Mario's Luma pal, who I think will actually play a bigger role in this movie. Who knows, maybe he'll actually have a voice and everything. Maybe, maybe not, but I think it's definitely possible. From here, Mario will learn how to spin, and he and Rosalina will travel the galaxy, likely through many of the ones from the games, like Honey Hive Galaxy, Gusty Garden Galaxy, Yoshi Star Galaxy, and much more. Mario will likely meet Yoshi in one of these galaxies, and he'll tag along for the rest of the adventure. We'll probably see Mario utilize some new power-ups as well, like the Boo Mushroom, the Cloud Flower, and I'd be shocked if Fire Mario doesn't make an appearance in this one. As the adventure progresses, Rosalina will probably share more and more about her backstory with Mario, just like in the games. Now, as for Toad, I'm not really sure how he'll fit into this, but this is what I was picturing for him. Him and Peach will probably be locked up in Peach's castle, as well as many other Toads. I think Peach will probably find a way for them all to escape, but just before she can escape herself, she gets stopped by Bowser. When the surviving Toads somehow manage to catch up to the Comet Observatory, that's when the infamous Toad Brigade will be born. Despite Peach likely resorting to her role as the damsel in distress, I think she's still going to be much, much more than that. She was way too much of a badass in the first movie to be thrown aside as a captive for the millionth time. I think she's going to play a fairly big role in taking Bowser down. After reaching Bowser at the center of the universe, I think this is where all the main characters, including Luigi, will find a way to meet up and work together to ruin Bowser's plans. But the evil Koopa King won't go down without trying to destroy the universe with a black hole. Thankfully, Rosalina and her brave Lumas aren't gonna let that happen. The Lumas nobly sacrifice themselves as Rosalina resets the universe or something like that and saves everyone. While everyone's enjoying life back in the Mushroom Kingdom, Bowser and Bowser Jr. were spat out on an island in the distance where Bowser fesses up to his lie about Peach being Jr.'s mom. Instead of feeling betrayed, Jr. appreciates what his dad was trying to give him. He delivers the iconic line,
"Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again."
And the credits begin to roll. Not before a post-credit scene reveals a Wonder Flower. Not bad, right? I think this is a fairly realistic plot for the movie. Now, okay, I should probably explain why I think Nintendo's gonna reveal a Wonder Flower at the end of the movie. Clearly they want to start focusing on specific Mario games, and they aren't too concerned with going in order. Mario Galaxy makes perfect sense when you think about it, because it opens the door to introduce so many new characters while also giving existing ones more distinct personalities that can go towards spin-off movies. If Nintendo's trying to introduce new characters into the movie series, Mario Wonder makes perfect sense. You could introduce Daisy and Toadette as protagonists while adapting another incredible and unique Mario game to the big screen. You could argue if Nintendo wanted to introduce Daisy as a character, then they could do Mario Land, which also gives them the chance to introduce Wario and maybe even Waluigi. But the problem with that is it wouldn't give Daisy much of a chance to shine, as she's pretty much just the damsel in distress in that game, and Mario Land doesn't really have a lot of elements to pull from. Mario Wonder sounds like a natural next step for the series. I'm sure Nintendo can find a way to introduce Wario and Waluigi in an inevitable fourth movie. But that's still not all the predictions I have. I am predicting that the next big mainline Mario game is gonna be Super Mario Galaxy 3. The Switch 2 is still without a big 3D Mario game, and it's gonna be really tough to top Odyssey. What's something Mario fans have been wanting for a decade and a half? Galaxy 3. It seemed like such a long shot until now, but now they're making a Galaxy movie, re-releasing Galaxy 1 and 2, making Galaxy Amiibo, and releasing Rosalina's storybook as a physical purchase. I truly believe Nintendo's trying to build us up for a hype return to the Mario Galaxy series. Who knows? Maybe it'll be more open world like Odyssey. Nintendo's been really into making open world games lately. It's not that crazy of a prediction. Whatever Nintendo's cooking up, something tells me it's gonna be incredible. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, as it really means a lot to me. Okay, Bye.